Okay, now the next step is corners. Now, the fun thing about the corners is that this is a combination of setups, deconstruction, and reconstruction. And the algorithm that we're going to be using is either the rotational algorithm, which is designed to keep this where it is and rotate these guys around, and the double jumble. The good thing about all of those is we're always going to end up with the centers back where they started, whether it's the double jumble or it's the rotational. These guys may be off, but they're easy to put back in. So let's go ahead and starting off with our layer by layer. We've got these in already. I'm going to put these guys in. So we're doing this kind of Megaming style. Purple kind of takes to the eye easy, so let's look for the purple, white, and cream colored. Right over here. So the key is to move it to this side because I'm going to want to roll it into here. So what we're going to do is our process of deconstruction where this is going to roll over here and then it's going to roll over here. Now whatever I do, if I do the rotatory algorithm or the double jumble, it's okay because none of these centers are going to change so I can reconstruct it. But let's see what we have. How can this come into here? If I do the double jumble, what I'm doing effectively is like this. It's going to come in like that. And you can see that's offset. So what I'd like to do is let's disengage it from this immediately so that we can move these back and not get all scared about that. So how am I going to do that? Well, I could double jumble it and just do it like that. Or what I could do is rotate it over to here. By holding it here, this will stay the same. Doing my rotation 3 times, we'll move this to here, get all of our centers back. Plus, this will have rotated here and maybe put myself in a position where I can double jumble it back to here. So if I can't double jumble it immediately to here, let's just move it over here. By doing that algorithm 1, so I'm starting with this, with the right side there, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, don't panic, 2, okay, panic, 2, 2, 2, and finally 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. As promised, these guys all came back. These are shifted, but I'm not too worried about that. My main goal was to disenfranchise this corner from here and put it over here, which is what I did. So now I'm just going to move these guys back. Turn and turn. All right, so these are all back. So now I'm free to just deal with this individually. So let's see what we did. I can turn this back here and ask myself, what if I just turn it here? And you can see it fits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a double jumble, which will just swap these two, and then I can move this back. So this goes up, this goes down. We're doing a double jumble here. Double turn, back, back. This comes up, this comes down. Oh, unless it gets stuck, then forget about it. Bang, move it up and down. Remember to do like a 2F move over here, and you can see that's in. And now we have to be careful to move this back, so there's that aspect. So the overall result is we move that here. Yeah, these are messed up, but at this point, I'm not going to worry about that because various things that I'm going to do are going to move that in and also move that out. I'm only going to put these back in when everything's been completely solved, so I'm just going to leave it go for now. All right, how about here? What I'm looking for is the pink, white, and blue. Pink, white, and blue is right over here. So first thing to do is let's move it within the proximity of this layer here. So turning it over here, that's where it needs to be. Now what I'm going to do is let's move it here and see if turning here would be good. Nope, it's not going to be in. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just deconstructing it. Let's start that again so you can see what I'm doing. This I'm going to move to the top layer here. Bang. Okay, now that I've done that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one of the algorithms to take it away from here so I can move this back. And it could be any one of them. So why don't I hold it here and just rotate it around. That way this will end up over here and I can move this back. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, that did put this here. Now let's move all this, let's just move that back. Okay, so this is over here now. Now what I can do is when I did that, it did rotate this. It not only shifted it here, but it rotated a little bit. And I can turn this here to see what the double jumble will do. It will put this back. So let's do a double jumble. It'll not only put this back, but I'm actually going to put these middle bars in as well. That's why I didn't immediately set to, put that back in. Okay, so let's go ahead and double jumble it. So, turn, turn, 1, 2, bang, bang, pow, pow, 1, 2, zoom, zoom, and we're in. Okay, so just to take inventory, this is in, this is in. Now we're going to put this one in. Red, orange, and pink. Pink. Looks like it's right over here. So let's deconstruct it to put it in this top layer over here. Now once we've done that, we ask ourselves, can this flip to here in the proper position? Turn, and no. That was just to see if maybe I should just double jumble it all the way to here. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move it to where this disarticulates from this area so I can bring it back. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. Now let's just put this back. Okay, so this is over here. Now if this is starting to look a little inhomogeneous, maybe we should start putting some of these back just so that it looks a little more pretty. We'll do that next time. So now that this is over here, can it make its way to this side here? Okay, I'm just going to move it. Just kind of rotate it around until I get it right next to this side here, and just see if rolling it in, yeah, that works over here. If that works over there, I can just double jumble it from here to here. But understand, I did that by deconstructing it and bringing it all the way over here. So just to review, I put it on this side. I want to move this just next to where it's going to be over here and see if a double jumble will just shift it over there appropriately. And it's going to shift it by literally just turning it like that. So I'm going to put it here and here so that it's right next to it. Then I'm going to check to see if one double jumble will turn it into place, and it will. So now I'm going to do that. Turn, turn, kerplop, bang, bang, pow, pow, splat, turn, turn, and double turn it here. So you can see, not only did it put it in, but it also fixed this. So let's go ahead and move these back. And there we go. So to take inventory, in, and now we'll just do, well, we've got 2 more over here to do. Okay. So this is going to be silver, blue, and yellow. Way over here, silver, blue, and yellow. So what needs to happen is I have to put it in this side here, the silver, blue. So I'm going to go turn, turn, turn. All right, now that it's here, we're going to have to take it away from these edges so that I can just move that back in. So if I hold it here, this will end up over there, just next to where I want it. So 1, 3. All right, now that I put that here, let's start putting things back. Now you won't get lost because it's pretty easy to see what goes where. Here's oranges, these are oranges here, so I just go bang, greens to here, bang. So it's not hard to remember what you did. Okay, so the overall effect is this is here. Now, can this just be double jumbled right to here? And the answer is yes, because you can see it lines up. So let's do it. Plus, it'll put this back in. There it is. Put this in, right over here. So let's go ahead and take this around the world to put it up to this side. Now that I have it here, I'm going to go ahead and disarticulate it from this side, beheaded, as it were. 1, 3. Okay, that deed is done. So start moving these back. Boom, and bang. It's right over here. So turn, and yeah, actually, now this is a situation where I'm going to double jumble this right back to here because, as you can see, it fits. So, quick double jumble. And turn back. Okay, so what we did is we have all of these guys in. Now, if we want, we can start to move some of these in, but I'm not going to do that yet. Yeah, I might as well do that. Okay, so let's start moving some of these in. Now, here's what needs to happen. Let's say I want to flip this back. Well, the problem here is that if I do that, I'm going to flip these guys. And that's not a problem as long as it's something like this that's not where it's supposed to be. But when it's something like this, that is a problem. So I'm going to have to deconstruct it and put something that doesn't belong in here. So I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to turn this up. I wonder what that was. And then flip it and turn it back. So bang, bang, kerplop, smash, smash, bang, pow. Remember, these dodecahedrons are indeed endurance events. And there. So that flipped that back, we flipped this back, and this was untouched. So now we're good. So let's start to make this look pretty again. So why don't we go ahead and get these back in as well. And same thing, let's move this up to here so we don't move this out of the way. Double turn it, turn, turn, double turn, bang, bang, up, down, double turn, bang, bang, turn it back, and turn it back. All right, not too bad. How about this over here? Now, what do we do in a situation? Well, same thing here. Sorry, thought it was going to get more complicated, which it's not. Turn, turn, double turn, bang, bang. It's a really simple algorithm, and it flows real nice, this double jumble thing. And it serves multiple purposes. Switching corners and switching centers. And reconstruct this, whoops, back. All right, so how are we doing? Want to get this back? Sure, might as well. Same thing. This is why I like doing it this way, because there's always ones that aren't in place so that I can easily get my centers back here. So, okay, so now that's looking a little bit better. Now we're looking like we have an entire section here solved, an entire layer. So now we do these guys. This one is already in, so why don't we do the red, blue, and pink? That should take to the eye pretty well, right over here. So same kind of thing, deconstruction, reconstruction. Now in this case, this is already in the right layer. This just needs to come over to here. So why don't I move this around the world first, and just see if maybe this can come here, and it doesn't. See, it doesn't jumble into here. Or it doesn't come in, it won't jumble into there, so let's take it back. So what are we going to do? Well, what I would do is if we rotate it around, bear in mind this is going to be protected. So why don't we just take it over to here and it will rotate this. If we do this in a counterclockwise way, this will rotate counterclockwise, which will put this pink one over here, and then maybe we can convince it to jumble its way over here. So 1 and 3. Now notice it did take these out, but that's okay. Let's see what happens from where we're at here. If I turn this here, that's still not going to be where I want it. So I got another idea. Why don't we do it again? Because by doing it again, it'll shift it to here and it'll fix these guys too. 3, not too shabby. It did bring all that back. Now, this can be jumbled here just fine. Because if you notice, if you turn it, which is what jumbling is going to do, in effect just turn this, move this here the way it would if you just turned it, that'll be fine over here. So we were actually able to bring it around and make it work. So, all right, so now that's in. You can see that that's in there. So this is in now, this is in. Now we're going to get this in. Oh, right here, right in front of me. Okay, can we jumble it in? Nope, this is wrong. So what I'm going to do, this could be a little more complicated because I can't just rotate it around. These guys are going to be knocked out. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem. So if this isn't going to jumble in, why don't I turn it here, here, I'm just deconstructing in here. Now will this jumble into here? And the answer is, yeah, it will. So we can just jumble that and then put everything back. And we wouldn't have touched anything else. So turn, turn, bang, zoom, zoom, turn, turn, jumble it, turn, turn, and double turn. So that's where it needs to be. Let's go ahead and get all this stuff back. Turn, turn, turn. Okay, so now this is in. Why don't we just get this back because, well, we're done with these. Now we have to be careful. I need sacrificial lambs. This can come up to here, but what's going to come over here? All of these are where they're supposed to be. So what I'm actually going to do as part of my deconstruction is I'm going to move this one up to here. So this is going to move here, like so. And I just have to really remember what I did. And this is going to come here and here. Now it's going to be pretty apparent. Just remember this pink is going to come here and the rest will just follow suit. All right, so let's do it. So we're good. It's looking better and better. Let's wind this back here, wind this back here, and this got wound back here. So we move that in and no harm done. Fantastic. All right, we're getting there. So what else? Okay, we got these two to go. So let's bring this in line. It could be on this side, it could be at this side, doesn't really matter. Turn, turn. Does it jumble? Yeah, this purple will come nicely here, so we'll go ahead and jumble this into. Okay. Now we just have to move these guys back in. Actually, it doesn't really matter. This is the top layer here, but we got to move the centers back. Okay, so that's good over here. This one, and then right over here. Will it jumble in place? No, it won't. So what we're going to want to do is let's see, same thing, let's move it all the way down to here and see if it'll work. Or alternatively, why mess with that? Let's just move this over to here and then move it back. So why don't I hold it like this, which will turn this to here, and then we'll see if we can move it back. So 1, as well, 3. Okay, so why did I do that? I did that so that I could see if that movement did anything, because this ultimately has to come to here. So if I turn this like this, will this move in? No, it won't. It's not there yet. So although I hesitate to do it because it'll take these out, let's do it again. So holding it like this, 1, 3, okay. So where is it? It's over here. So let's move it into here and move it into here, and now it'll do it. Okay, so I'll move it here and we'll just double jumble it to over here. Bring this up and now reconstruct it. Okay, so now this is in. So basically what we have is we have everything except the corners and now some of these centers of the last layer. And my suggestion at this point, as we're honing in close to the finish line, is let's go ahead and put these back in. This is also the fun part because now we have to deconstruct. This is fine where it is. I have to put a sacrificial lamb over here. I'm going to make it come from over here because it'll be easy to put back in. Turn, turn, and turn. Okay, these two will switch. This will come down. Good. Now these all come back in. Okay, so that was placed. Okay, now the last one. Let's get my orientation here. Okay, this one over here. So same thing. And again, the good news about doing it this way is you're always going to easily find a corner that you can use for any of these sacrificial lambs. So let's go ahead and do it here. Turn, turn, double turn, bang, bang, turn, turn, double turn, bang, bang. This comes in, and just wind all these back in. Okay, now we're getting to the moment that I think most of you have been waiting for, this last layer. Now I'll tell you it's the same thing. We've got all the layers in except we need to do the last layer. We've already got these, so that's fine. We just have to place the corners and place the centers. And this is just a matter of finding where things are supposed to go. Now what I don't do in this particular puzzle is I don't try to put them in the proper place and then just rotate them. I find it doesn't really work that well that way. Rather, I like to put them in by double jumble maneuvers, double jumble moves. So what we could do first, you can see this is in and this is in. There's a variety of ways that this can happen. In this particular situation, 2 are in and rotated right, and 3 are out and not rotated right. But that doesn't really matter. So it's a matter of positioning and repositioning. So let's see what we can do. Let's say we wanted to put the orange one in over here. So let's see if we move it here, if this will jumble in, and it will. So we can easily jumble this in, and the good news is that'll put this back into place. And I know it will because if this color is facing opposite here, you know it'll just jumble right back in. So let's very quickly and cleanly put this one in. Well, I don't know about cleanly, but quickly anyway. I don't even know about quickly. Turn, turn, double turn. Now you can have any number of configurations, but this is the basic approach. And then we turn the top. So you can see this is in, and I'm just going to move this back. I didn't touch this. This is in, and this has been placed in as well. So let's see what else we got. Now this is upside down. So why don't we put this back in now, and then we can start worrying about these guys. But I can't do it here because I'm going to end up flipping these. So let's just put this in because this isn't where it's supposed to be anyway. And then we'll roll this guy in because it's not where it's supposed to be. But at least we'll get this flipped back. So turn, turn. So I'm using exactly the same algorithm for multiple different reasons. Double turn, bang, bang. This comes up. That's what I like about that. The issue here is not algorithmic memorization, but strategy and planning and positioning and repositioning. And then remember at the end to double turn with a 2F over here. Now let's start turning things back. Boom and boom. And you're going to find as you're doing this, the solution is going to start sneaking up on you. So now we just have these 2 guys to go. These 2 have to be jumbled back in. Before I do that, I think it's probably best that we rotate these in, and it's done the same way. So I'm holding this here, this stays, and I'm going to rotate this around. Turn, turn, turn. Now let's go ahead and do it so that this can be jumbled back in. Turn, turn, double turn, bang, bang, turn, turn, double turn, bang, pow, double turn this back, and now we'll just start putting these things back here, and back here, and back here. Thought I got lost there for a second. All right, so these are all in. What about this? Why don't we put this one in? And you're going to find we couldn't double jumble this back yet anyway, but I have a suspicion, and this is how it's always worked for me. Once I put this in, these are going to be in the proper configuration. Because the way I see it, this puzzle wants to be solved. It's looking for you to find the right solution. So hold it here, keep this here, turn, turn. So I'm really just focusing on the middle bars here, turn. Double jumble it to put this middle bar in. And now I put these guys back. Well, let's try something a little outside of the box here. Rather than going for the end game here, let's go turn, turn, and turn. Then I'm going to flip it from here. And the reason I'm going to do that is just to see if I can't change the orientation this way. So turn, turn, double turn, bang, bang. Turn, turn, double turn, bang, bang. And then double turn this back. And now let's get all these back in and see where we're at. Now that I have it like this, I'm going to double turn it like this, and I'm going to move this down to over here so that this can come back. So bang, bang, bang. So let's consider what this is going to do. This will move over here, and this will move over here, and this will be solved over there. Will this solve the whole thing? I don't know, maybe. Let's see what happens. Turn, turn, double turn, bang, bang. Turn, turn, double turn, bang, bang, and double turn this. All right, this looks pretty good over here. So now let's move these around. Turn back, turn back, turn back, and lo and behold, you did it. Now notice I sort of had it planned like that. I kind of knew that was going to happen, but not completely. It was just a matter of arranging and rearranging. As I saw that it wasn't going to come in this way, I just skewed it down the other way because it is rotating these as I'm skewing it around. And that does it. And you've solved your helicopter dodecahedron. But bear in mind that top layer, that really is just a matter of positioning and repositioning. If you encounter any difficulties with that, or any situations because of the nature of the puzzle, it's hard to go through every different scenario, but the approach is the same. And I went through a series of different possible approaches that might happen just actually by accident. So hopefully that'll help. Let me know what you think, and thanks for watching.